Meanwhile, looking live now in Philadelphia, courtesy of our EarthCam network. Thank you so much for watching out there, Philly. We do appreciate that. We love spending time with you. We appreciate that. Also following this story, because Philadelphia comes in play, by the way. A drug crisis worsening across America. Mexico exploiting this epidemic for a new anti-drug campaign. And we'll show you a snippet of the ad from the Mexican government featuring scenes in drug addicts and homeless people from the streets of Philadelphia.
El fentanilo te engancha desde la primera vez. Esclaviza tu mente y tu cuerpo. No destruyas tu vida.
All right, so that's just a piece of it. The Mexican government using scenes from Philadelphia's Kensington neighborhood in an effort to scare young Mexican citizens from taking drugs. A spokesman for Mexico's president has not disclosed how or where the Mexican government retrieved the footage from Philadelphia or why they even used it in this ad. But according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, authorities seized nearly 15,000 pounds of fentanyl at the U.S.-Mexico border for the fiscal year in 2022. Later in this show, we are speaking to Turning Point USA reporter Savannah Herndandez, actually coming up right now. She has an in-depth look at the crisis. Watch.
Security officer right here who has stolen my property. She refuses to give it back. Would you like to give me my property back?
No. Just don't happen.
All right, so you have the people on the streets of Philly allowed to physically attack you, and this is what's allowed to prosper on the streets. So this is what happens when you come to Philadelphia and you try to report on the drug crisis here. I've gotten physically attacked multiple times. This woman right over here has my property. She refuses to give it back. You have this woman over here saying that I'm not allowed to report on a public street.
Okay, you see that physical attack caught on camera. It's Savannah Herndandez. She's outside a prevention point in Philadelphia during her reporting on the city's needle exchange program. She says she was observing the program when a volunteer accused her of violating drug users' privacy. In the video, she says her equipment was taken and she was attacked several times. She's with us now to clear everything up. Host of Rapid Fire, reporter for Turning Point USA. Savannah, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Bring us to what happened the moments before we actually saw that video that we just played our viewers.
Sure. So I do a video series where I go to the most progressive cities in the United States of America, San Francisco, Portland, Philadelphia, the Bronx, and New York City. And I really like to highlight the drug use, the homelessness, and the reality of Democratic policy. So I was on Kensington Avenue doing this very thing in Philadelphia, and I heard about their needle exchange program, and I wanted to bring light to it. And again, too, this is happening on a public corner in the middle of America. This isn't a third world country. This is just Philadelphia every single day. Anybody can go and see this. So they're doing a needle exchange program in the middle of the street. And I begin filming them just dumping like trash cans full of needles, right there in front of me. And then I was accused of violating the anonymity of the drug users who, again, are openly using drugs in the streets in Philadelphia, resulting in my attack. So luckily I was able to get all of my equipment back, and I was able to get a lot of footage out regarding what is really going on in that city. But America is becoming a very dangerous place. I did a similar report in Portland about 2-3 weeks ago. In the course of 2 hours, I watched a drug overdose and a woman's business get robbed in downtown Portland. So, again, this happened in the course of a couple of hours. This is what's allowed to prosper in the United States of America. It's very sad to see.
Of course. And to be clear, this was public property, rather, that you were filming, right? It was just outside. It was on the city streets. You see these folks, they're on the sidewalks and clearly using in a public environment. Let me play some of our viewers this interview. It was with you and one of the folks who was there. Let's watch together.
Every day of the week, they do a emergency 10-pack. You can go in, get a 10-pack of needles. It comes with, your water, cooker, all that type of stuff. Everything you need to get high.
Didn't seem to have a problem with you filming that interaction. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the issue. It's the liberal volunteer workers at Prevention Point that are providing free needles to drug addicts that had the issue with me filming. The actual addicts and users themselves were actually pretty friendly, and they were showing me what the program, like the realities of this program. And to go even further, at the end of that clip, he was telling me how drug users and also drug dealers will use those clean needles and resell them for profit so they can buy more drugs. Keep in mind that Prevention Point is 66% funded by taxpayer dollars. So, the taxpayers are essentially funding the drug crisis over there.
Wow. Okay. So just setting aside the program that's in place, just talking about the interaction that you've experienced was obviously not ideal when you're being physically assaulted by someone who's there and I guess is overseeing this distribution of clean needles. We teased this before heading to break about your future on social media, maybe the fact that you could share these videos online. I know you've been taken off of Twitter, but Elon Musk is coming back. Essentially, he says maybe if you can verify your account, you'd be welcome back. Would you take him up on that offer?
100%. I love showing America the truth, so here's hoping we can get that done.
All right. Savannah Herndandez, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you telling your story, and best of luck to you. Hope you stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.